No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to get cheap and instant Madden 18 coins, be sure to head over to muckcoinbank.com and use promo code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. What is going on, you guys? Mazomatic here with a defensive tip video for Madden 18. In my past few gameplays, I've had a lot of people asking me what type of defense I'm running. They see I'm running Tampa 2 and asking what type of setups and how to do what I do, essentially. So the defense I'm running is out of the nickel 3-3-5. And if you guys didn't know, that's this year's like meta. Like everyone is running it. Nickel 3-3-5 is in the defensive playbooks that are, it's Baltimore and the Bengals. So Baltimore and Bengals have nickel 3-3-5. I don't know if any other playbooks do, but I know those two do. And it's just Tampa 2. And as you see, when you look at the play art for this nickel 3-3-5 Tampa 2, there's 3 down linemen, and then you have a corner. Your nickel corner is blitzing off the left side. And it's a really great play. You get insane pressure with absolutely no adjustments whatsoever. So I'm going to call the play Tampa 2 and show you the setups to make it as effective as possible. Okay, so as you guys see, I'm the Raiders going against the Chargers. On offense, we're just running a simple 4 verticals out of shotgun. And then on defense, we got our nickel 3-3-5 Tampa 2. So Tampa 2 coverage this year is a little bit weird, a little bit different than last year. Last year in cover 2, your safeties would play really well in the zones. But this year, the middle of the field tends to be wide open. And a lot of times this linebacker doesn't cover the middle of the field very well. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. To start, I just want to show you the play art. As you see, you got your D tackle who's going to try to suck up a double team as he has that type of blitz angle where he takes the A gap on either side. And then you got your other ends on the outside. And then you have this nickel corner who's blitzing off this left side. And so, like I said, it gets really, really good pressure. This guy right here, Amerson, gets insane pressure with little to no adjustment. And so the only adjustments that I make is I base align every time. So to base align, that's triangle or Y. And then as you see, your left stick to the right is base align. And that's really it. If you want, you can bring this guy down. That's what I like to do, is bring him down closer to the line, because then he'll get in faster. But also what some people do is they'll press their corners, so he comes down automatically. But then if you're on the right hash or left hash, your corners that are pressing are not going to be lined up on the receiver, if that makes sense. I don't like to press when I run it, and I'm going to show you why. When you base align and press, your corners come down and they play right up close to the receivers, obviously because they're pressing. But when they come down and play right there, it enables your opponent to feed it into the sidelines to square or circle. I'll try to show you if I get Benjamin on a little out route right there. As you see, he could throw it right there and dot you up on the sideline if they're pressing. Now I'm going to baseline and not press. So now I'm going to show you what happens when I base align and I don't press. So as you see, my corners kind of scoot back even. And then what happens when I try to dot up the sidelines to Keenan Allen again? You see I get an interception. So for that reason alone, and you see right there, I do not like to press. So you can press, you'll still be able to play well if you do press, and then you won't have to manually move this guy down closer to the line. But I just base align, no press. It slides the corners back. What you can even do is move these safeties in like this, because those cloud flats out there play so far when they start so far back. You move your safeties down and they'll still get to the sideline. So another thing, I'm going to show you how the pressure comes in without any adjustments. Just that base align is what I did, and I brought this guy down here. So base align and just bring this corner down to the line, and this is how it's going to run. I'll see if I can call the play. He comes free off that edge and gets a sack. I'm not rushing more than 4 guys. I still have great coverage behind it, and you're still getting instant pressure and sack. Now, obviously, if your opponent is going to ID the mic, which they added in, that's going to help a lot. So then if I base align, bring this guy down here. Now, once I ID'd the mic, he's probably going to pick it up. As you see, he still kind of almost gets in. But then at that point, you just got a 4-man rush. But causing your opponent to have to ID the mic every single play is such a huge advantage. Just because he knows that guy's blitzing off the edge. And then also in the nickel 3-3-5, there are so many other plays you can run. There's cover 3 blitzes, there's cover 4 you can run. So if he's having to think about, he doesn't know if you're blitzing that outside guy or not, especially if you base align every single play you call, he's not going to know whether this guy's blitzing or not. And because he doesn't know, he's going to have to ID the mic every single time to ensure that he doesn't get sacked. Now, as I said earlier, the middle of the field tends to be kind of wide open. So all I do is double tap R1 to go to my linebacker adjustments, and I put my triangle or middle linebacker in a middle third. So left up on that left stick, as you see, audibling him to a middle third. And then he's just gonna play deep in the middle of the field. And then I just like to use her, run around with this guy. And that's pretty much all you have to do in terms of adjustments. You can obviously do random adjustments behind it, like maybe man up on square, put your free safety in a curl flat. Like you could put this guy in a seam flat. Like I don't know, you can do so many random things with this, but there really are so many different adjustments you can make. But really the only thing that's really necessary is base the line, and you bring this corner down to the line, and then when you hike it, I mean, in that case, I got to block shit on my right end. But when you hike it, a lot of times you're getting really good pressure. The one weakness I'd say with this defense is the run game. I'll audible to a run and show you. It is not always great against the run. But as you see there, I'm still, actually, I got a linebacker on him, but sometimes it does stop the run well, but sometimes you can get gashed in the run game because you only have 3 down linemen. This defense right here, I'd probably say is the meta this year. It's the normal defense that everyone's running. A lot of the pros run it. Most of the pros run it, I'd say. And overall, it's just a super effective defense. I would suggest labbing it up and kind of making your own adjustments around it to see what you can do. And then again, always mix up your play calls within nickel 3-3-5 to make your opponent guessing, not knowing what you're going to do. If you guys did like the video, be sure to leave a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.
Now I'm on the outside.